Foundation Medicine's vision is actually quite straightforward. By working with oncologists both in the United States and around the world, and working with pharmaceutical companies, we want to help each one of those clients understand each patient's cancer at the level of the key molecular drivers of that cancer. What is making that patient's cancer tick?
Right after you get that horrible, dreaded diagnosis, your life turns into just a day in and day out routine of doctor's appointments, MRIs, blood transfusions. You've completely lost every bit of your humanity. You lose your hair, you lose your dignity. Even walking down the streets, people notice it's not something you can hide. You're a cancer victim.
The only way that we're successful is ultimately if we deliver something that has an impact on that patient's life.
Personalized medicine means that rather than be treated as a group based on where your cancer started, you're treated as an individual patient based on the genes that are driving your cancer.
I remember vividly thinking, well, this is it. Chemo's not working. Are they going to talk about hospice care? Or are they going to say you have 5 months left, 6 months left? We instead discussed to submit the samples to Foundation Medicine.
The two tests that Foundation Medicine provides to cancer patients, the FoundationOne for solid tumors like breast cancer and colon cancer and lung cancer, or the FoundationOne Heme, which is for patients with diseases like leukemia and lymphoma.
We've developed comprehensive diagnostic assays that are capable of interrogating the entire repertoire of the hundreds of these cancer-related genes.
To see whether or not for this particular person's disease, this particular gene is abnormal and functioning abnormally and could be a great way to turn the disease off.
This type of testing serves as the great equalizer and provides them with the same quality, if not better, information than they would normally get if they sent their patient elsewhere for testing.
After going through all of the chemo and infusion therapy, there comes that one day that the doctor says to you, we found something that might help your case. And all of a sudden there's a new hope. That case for me was the Foundation Medicine results that my cancer was treatable with a drug that had been approved, and we would begin that treatment immediately.
Each patient's cancer informs all those cases that will come in the future. This puts us at a really unique position to really fundamentally transform the way we think about cancer care, not only at the individual patient level, but also in the way we think about developing new medicines and accelerating the access to new medicines for these patients.
If we bring all that information together and incorporate it into the oncologist's practice in a way that he or she can use that data to make a real-time decision for the patient, then we've really empowered that oncologist to do something very different. That's what being a molecular information company is all about.
25 years ago, we weren't able to make the drugs to hit the targets that a test like Foundation Medicine discovers safely. We could make the targets inhibitors, but they were too toxic to give them to people. Now, the new drug designing industry is able to make these drugs that will turn the target off that the Foundation test discovers, but also be safe to give to a patient in a high enough dose to achieve a clinical response.
My tumor has shrunk to negligible. Slowly but surely, everything came back, and I was traveling again and enjoying life as if with no side effects and just being back to normal. And it took a while for the hair to grow back, but that too followed.
We're in a very unique position to potentially impact tens of thousands of patients this year, and in the not too distant future, hundreds of thousands of patients. I think we all have to give back, and I think the employees of Foundation Medicine have just happened to be in a very unique position to give back and do it in a very, very meaningful way.